Hi there, folks. My name's NovaWrap24, and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings-on from the week that was. So here we are on Sunday, the 24th of April, 2022, for another action-packed episode, and let's jump into the action leading the charge this week from India Foxteco Simulations this week with the release of their Sukhoi Su-31 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So the Su-31 is a aerobatic aircraft that has seen extensive use on the global circuits and is a updated version of the previous Su-29. So the aircraft design started in 1991 with the first production aircraft flying in 1994 and is in a similar class that you would find to the Extra 300 and the Extra 330. Noticeable difference being that it has a radial engine in this aircraft, or at least the cowling is set up as a radial. So India Foxteco once again delivers a very highly detailed rendition of this aircraft with a high detailed 3D model and high detail both externally and internally with full custom avionics for this aircraft and a true to life performance. Includes a number of different liveries along with a custom WWise compliant sound package with this one and a custom flight model designed to be as close as possible to the real aircraft. However, the developer does stress that due to some limitations in the sim at the moment, that some aerobatic maneuvers such as knife edges and snap rolls can be not as accurate as they should be as they are in real life, and that's to do with some of the features of the Microsoft Flight Simulator that's still in development. But of course, they will be looking at continuing to improve and update this aircraft as it goes on. Incidentally, to note as well that that's commentary about the sort of the momentary acceleration that causes some issues with some aerobatic maneuvers isn't exclusive to India Foxteco. It is across all aerobatic aircraft, high-performance aerobatic aircraft across the sim, including the GBR3 racer as well. But if you want to pick this one up, folks, from an amazing developer, really high quality developer, you can pick this one up from your favorite flight sim retailer for $19 or your original equivalent, available now. Continuing on with Microsoft Flight Simulator releases, but of course moving to scenery now. So the team at Orbix have released their latest airport with the release of Kanawa Airport, also known as Yeager International Airport. So originally opened in 1947, it has been named after Brigadier General Chuck Yeager, and services the large parts of America, including and there's a number of airlines home there, including American, Delta, Spirit, and United, all operating out of this airport. It has a interesting approach coming in off the side of a cliff here, and which has been modelled in some pretty cool detail from what I can tell. Also is the home of an Air National Guard unit, which has also been portrayed, and some of their C-130s are sitting on the ramp. So usual high quality that we've come to expect from the team of Orbix, including high quality PBR compliant textures throughout, with a number with full airside clutter, to custom jetways with custom night lighting and ground poly throughout, a detailed main terminal interior, and along with the airport also includes a number of POIs for the surrounding area, as well as downtown Charleston, the city of Charleston and nearby as well. So if you wanted to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $17 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix Direct. And continuing on with scenery releases now from the team at Fly Tampa. This week the release of their rendition of Boston Logan International Airport. So a very busy airport and a very famous airport in the United States. The team at Fly Tampa, once again, as they usually do, don't really have a lot of information about their airport here, but what they do tell us is that it is a 2022 version of the airport, so as up to date as it possibly can be. All airport buildings are modelled, including full support for PBR materials used throughout, along with support for custom animated jetways, custom taxiway lighting, and full night lighting used throughout the airport. Includes custom terraformed terrain for the airport and surrounding area, along with a number of detailed clutter objects, both airside and landside as well, with a number of animated passengers throughout the airport and terminal buildings for your experience. So if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up from your favorite flight sim retailer for $19 or your original equivalent, available now. In another airport release, this time from the team over at Aerosoft, still saw this week the release of their Mega Airport Brussels for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this is, I believe this is the first of their old Mega Airport series that's been brought to life over in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and gives a highly accurate rendition of Brussels Airport as it appears in 2022, including all airport buildings modelled and full use of PBR textures throughout the airport. Includes custom jetways with correct variations for each terminal pier, animated passengers inside the detailed terminal building, with custom ambient ramp traffic, along with a number of other airside objects to bring your airport to life. All airport lighting is modelled, as well as the airport runway, custom 3D modelling, 3D mesh used throughout the airport area, with custom and accurate taxiway signage, and a fully functioning apron warning system. What that is, I'm not 100% sure, but apparently it is available. It includes a couple of other new cool features as well, including proximity triggers for a couple of the hangar doors and some of the apron gates. So if you actually taxi to the right part of the apron or in front of a hangar, the doors will actually open for you to go inside, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. I think that is pretty cool. The other interesting thing as well is that this airport is, I believe, the first airport that supports Aerosoft's visual docking guidance system module, and implemented across Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 with their safe docking. This is a additional feature that is installed via the Aerosoft installer to give you this content, which apparently looks pretty good for those of you who fly tube liners on a regular basis, and this will be useful. And some of the screenshots do capture that in its operation. Though a couple of the members of the community have said, just a warning though, is that if members of the community, if you're using an add-on linker or add-on manager kind of tool, be aware that this visual docking guidance system does not like being outside of the root community folder. So just for your awareness. And if you want to pick this one up, you pick this one up for $20 or your original equivalent, available now from Aerosoft. And another scenery release for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This time, the team at Flightbeam have released their rendition of Wellington Airport in New Zealand. Now, for some reason, I feel that somebody else has already released a Wellington. I might be wrong, but either way, Flightbeam has given us a most up-to-date layout of the airport as it appears in 2022, with full high-definition PBR-compliant textures used throughout and all airport buildings modelled. Main terminal has a fully detailed interior as well, including some pretty cool looking shots of the cafe inside as well as the terminal lounge. Includes custom dynamic jetways supported, with a variety of different custom terrain mesh used throughout the airport and surrounding area, so you get that the undulations of the airport supported. Includes a clutter on your airside to bring your airport to life. Also includes a number of details outside the airport surrounds, including POIs and the surrounding areas and the surrounding town and surrounding city of Wellington. Includes custom watermask as well as updated satellite imagery, which has all been hand corrected to suit the airport, and also designed to blend seamlessly into the Microsoft Flight Simulator content. And if you want to add this one to your collection, you can pick this one up for $20 or your original equivalent, available now from Flightbeam. In another scenery release, this time from the team at Vertical Sim, so this week the release of their rendition of Myrtle Beach International Airport. So this is a scenic approach into South Carolina, and gives us, again, a 2022 updated layout of the airport with all airport buildings modelled, full 4K textures with PBR support. I really need to stop just pointing that out, really, because it's kind of what we expect now. But anyway, custom HDR lighting, custom animated jetways are supported by this as well as surrounding hotels. The hotel precinct has also been modelled, so you get the full experience on approach. And if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $13 or your original equivalent, available now from Vertical Sims. And rounding out the Microsoft Flight Simulator releases this week, the team at Seafront Simulations has released their latest vessels pack with the release of the Virgin Islands in the Caribbean. So this incorporates all three of these, both the US, the British, and the Spanish Virgin Islands, across and all the marinas that dot all of these islands have been updated, modelled, and with a number of animated and static ship traffic used throughout, from the number of sailing boats, pleasure, sort of fast yachts, as well as cargo vessels plying their trades between the Virgin Islands and Saint Martin. All of the models that are used include full support for PBR with full night lighting as well, and animated with support for the wakes, since the SEM updates support as well. And if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $14 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix Direct. Moving out of the flight simulation world now, moving into the world of the permanent way. So this year, once again, we've had the evergreening of Train Simulator from the team at Dovetail Games, but with a notable difference this year. So as we know, every year, Train Simulator gets refreshed. It goes from, went from, 2008, 2009, 10, yada, 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 2020. So 2021, and now we have Train Simulator Classic. So this is interesting because it makes a very clear distinction now. They've dropped the year, the year suffix of the base sort of old school, what was originally pretty sure it was originally a Microsoft Train Simulator, and now going with Classic. I'm going to speculate here and say that that's because they're sort of going to be wanting to push people towards their new sim, but they understand that a lot of people still have the old one and they want to keep it. So they're making a bit more of a clear delineation now between the two branches of the train simulator hobby. But otherwise, this is just a reboot. It's not even really a reboot. It's just the evergreening of the sim. No new updates. It's just simply that if you are new to the hobby, you're getting the Bahnstrecke Leipzig to Dresden route, WCML South London to Birmingham New Street route, and the Tehachapi Pass in Mojave to the Mojave to Bakersfield route. So they are the three core routes that you get included with this one if you're a new train simmer, or alternatively, if you're updating, you can get this one. But if you're just after the sim part of the updates, they are free and automatically installed for you. Now, if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $25 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. And sticking with Train Simulator Classic, saw this week the release of the Leipzig Riesa extension to time with the evergreening of the base sim. So this gives you an additional route, which takes you, which extends the base route that comes with the evergreening of the sim. It gives you an additional 65 kilometers of additional Deutsche Bahnhof track to give you a total of 153 kilometers of mainline between Leipzig and Dresden. Along with the track extension, you also get two new trains. You get the Deutsche Bahnhof BR442 Talent 2 and the BR261 Diesel Shunter. You get 7 scenarios for your to challenge yourself with, along with 3 rail fan scenario. You also get a bonus additional scenario if you have the if you own the Deutsche Bahnhof BR146.5. There's an additional there's an additional scenario for you to enjoy. Now, if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $20 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. Moving back to the asphalt, but sticking with public transportation now, OMSI 2 had the latest additional bus release this week, with the release of the IVECO bus family of low-entry buses. So this collection gives you a number of different highly detailed buses of the IVECO bus family. It gives you 4 different lengths, 10.8, 12, 13, and 14.5 meters. Each version coming with multiple different seats versions, as well as multiple door versions supported across each of the frames. So you get a total of 40 unique models with 4 different finishes and 2 different years of production. Highly detailed driving model and detailed rendition of the engine and the transmission systems. Includes a custom authentic ticket printer, authentic sounds recorded from original vehicles, as well as highly optimized and highly detailed 3D models, both externally and internally, as well as support for French display systems. And if you want to add this one to your OMSI 2 collection, you can pick this one up for $18 or the original equivalent, available now on Steam. And finally, rounding out the NovaWrap this week saw the release of a interesting little simulation title, this one, that's been in a bit of development hell for I think about 4 years now. So it's great to see it finally get released. So this week from developer GameBit Games Studios, the release of Aircraft Carrier Survival. So this is a interesting simulation strategy sort of title where you take on the role of a commander of a US carrier air group during the Second World War. Now, there was a preview / demo released of this about 8 months ago, which is quite interesting and gives you some of the introduction to some of the basic gameplay. And this is now the full version release, which is now available to us all. So it combines a bit of crew management, where you're controlling everything from damage control parties through to air crew, through to intelligence gatherers, through to the whole fleet commanders giving orders to the various different ships in your fleet and what ships make up your fleet. You have to do things like conduct reconnaissance missions, and then you have to choose tactics and targets for your attacks. So it is definitely something that's a little different and is kind of interesting. And I played through the demo briefly when it first came out, and it definitely looked like it had a lot of promise. So I am intrigued to see how this release is going to go. The developer, as I said, it's been the demo's been available for quite some time, but this is the full version release now. And the developer's very active already. There've always been 2 hot fixes to clear up a couple of post-launch bugs, and overall is looking kind of interesting. I'm not 100% sure if it's for me, but it is definitely an interesting looking title. So if you wanted to give it a go, you can pick it up now on Steam for $18 or the original equivalent, available now. And with that, folks, that does now round out the NovaWrap for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter and on Twitch. Just search NovaWing24. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.